suggest that we don't need any regulations and that regulations are terrible and that's what harms, that's a threat to jobs, wages, and innovation is just ridiculous. While my Republican colleagues have repeatedly asserted that regulations inhibit job growth, all of the available evidence demonstrates that regulations play little role in unemployment. As the unemployment rate shrinks month by month, this argument has now shifted to wages and innovation. Notwithstanding the slippery nature of the regulatory reform debate, the facts remain clear. There is little to no connection between federal regulation and jobs, wages, or innovation. Leading experts at the University of Pennsylvania conducted an exhaustive study in 2014 that found that, quote, the evidence demonstrates that regulation plays a relatively small role in determining the aggregate number of jobs, end quote. Earlier studies by a host of experts in economics and administrative law reached similar conclusions. The Economic Policy Institute, San Francisco Federal Reserve, and the National Employment Law Project have also refuted the assertion that regulations undermine wage growth. And finally, the economics chair at the Mercatus Institute, which is a bastion for conservative free market economic theory, has debunked the argument that regulations undermine innovation, finding that the exact opposite is true. Quote, industries with greater regulatory stringency have higher startup rates, end quote, as well as similarly high job creation rates. Meanwhile, the latest report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that unemployment has fallen to 4.9%, the lowest since the George W. Bush recession. That's over 70 straight months of private sector job growth. I think that's about 14 million jobs created over the last 70 months. And that is with the Obama regulatory system, which, by the way, is very pro-worker, pro-environment, pro-public health and safety, and pro-innovation. Even conservative economic theorists have given up insisting that pro-regulatory policies undermine our economic output. As Douglas Holtz-Eakin, president of the American Action Forum, and with great gnashing of his teeth, as he noted himself, quote, with low unemployment and rising wages, the Republicans' job gets a lot harder, end quote, while noting that a recent jobs report was, quote, promising, end quote. Finally, some will argue today that the sharing economy is proof of the positive effects of deregulation. I strongly oppose that sentiment. The sharing economy involves nuanced questions concerning the interplay between competition, regulation, and consumer protection. It has opened new markets to competition that didn't exist just a few years ago, while raising novel and complex regulatory issues. But let me be clear, the innovation economy has flourished under the Obama administration, just as the Internet blossomed under the Clinton administration. It does not exist in a regulatory or legal vacuum, and there is zero trade-off between innovation and consumer protection. In fact, as studies have repeatedly found, consumers only use services where there is a strong foundation of trust. As the chairman of the subcommittee knows, I have called for a hearing on this subject, the innovation economy, which this subcommittee exercises ample jurisdiction over. Indeed, we could have an entire series on it, but sadly, today's hearing, the 29th anti-regulatory hearing of its kind, will not explore the issues raised by the sharing economy in a thoughtful and even-handed way. But I look forward to action on this issue